tell you. They tell you you have to know, you have to will that success. You have to know you're gonna make it. That's not necessarily the case for me. I'm filled with worry every single day. I'm filled with doubt every single day. It's like I'm literally petrified of failing. So I use that fear as fuel. Make sure I work as hard as I can every single day to not have to face that reality. When you feel like everybody is against you, you're against it all, it makes you want to prove the world wrong time and time again, every single day. When I was a kid, the thought of $1 million didn't even exist. The meaning of needing this money was to fill up the fridge. Now I got bigger dreams, bigger crowds, the bigger screams. Come through to have the whole block lit. Billy Jean, my killer team is telling me we should take it and then some. Make sure the only thing you drink is red rum. Well, do me a favor, tell me what bakery these boys are being bred from.
The following program is rated MA for mature audience only. This program is specifically designed to be viewed by adults only and therefore may be unsuitable for children under 17. This program may contain one or more of the following: crude indecent language, explicit sexual activity, graphic violence, or may contain intense sexual situations not suitable for younger audience. Parental guidance is suggested.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, it's the R&R Show. I'm Raphael G, and today my special co-host, Mr. El Lindo.
Hi, I'm
Louis Lindo.
Are you saying it wrong?
I know. I just say.
Don't be like those radio announcers. Please do not do me like that.
El Louis Lindo.
Thank you.
Okay, because he's been since as soon as he left the show last week, like half an hour later, it was like, yo, if you ever need me to go back on the show again, nigga,
I was like, last time I was
want to
here,
come
I
back.
enjoyed myself. We got to talk so much shit, and why not even come back?
I want to come back, yo. Like for 3 days in a row, I was like, okay, you want to be my special guest? You know what he says to me? For real?
For real? Are you serious?
I'm like, yeah. yes. Well, anyway, welcome. Thank you for coming on to the show.
Anytime.
I know it's hard for a lot of people right now because of everything that's been going on outside in the world. We're not going to go into the Corona red alert bullshit.
We're not.
We're just letting people know, listen, sit back, enjoy. There's no wrestling on today. I guess not.
I don't think there's anything on today at this rate.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't really working anymore. People are more stay at home where they're not able to work. So why not take an hour out of your day to enjoy the show?
Yes, exactly. Daniel Silva, thank you for logging on, buddy. I know Margie's around here somewhere because she's never too far away.
Yo, Kodo.
Well, you got all the good. Why you got all the good people commenting on your stuff?
She's always ready to comment with like a whole argument for other people.
Margie Oaks, hi baby. Wanda Monila, Daniel Silva, Luis Melendez, Jadira, hi mama. Daddy's here. Daddy's here. That's my unofficial daughter. And Margie wrote, yes I am. Yes, you know Margie's always somewhere.
Margie?
Yeah, like right now she's probably behind this camera.
Comment down below to make sure that I am your favorite. That way every other wrestler is aware of this at this rate. I had some competition on the last show of Vince Steele, and right now I'm just trying to break.
You know what's great? Seattle's listening to us right now. Roger, how you doing, Papi? God bless you. Thank you for logging on. And of course, like I said, you know, a lot of things are happening in the world right now. So we're here just to have some fun.
Positive
We're
vibes.
here to talk some positive vibes and everything. I was having a conversation. Can we have that conversation when I asked you that question about, you know, when you flip a coin in the morning?
Flip a coin in the morning?
Yeah.
Wait, what? I'm forgetting things because I don't even remember this conversation.
She said, yes, you are my favorite. Yes.
Right.
Okay, Furman, how you doing? Marshall Cole, how you doing? Javier Lewis, how you doing? I mean, because you're open about your sexuality.
Yeah, of course.
All right, yeah. So I asked Louis behind the scenes. I said, Louis,
behind the scenes, we're on the scenes right now.
okay, behind the scenes before the cameras came on. Hello. What about his mic? It's okay. He's tapping his mic. Let me see. I'm not touching your ass, Louis.
It's okay.
Okay.
It was on. My mic wasn't even on.
Look, check and see if it's on. We're over here having technical difficulties.
Yeah, it is on. Is it
on?
Now you hear me. I don't know why you didn't hear me before. I know it's on.
heard you, but it was like, so now it's like.
Testing. All right, you got me now.
Luke,
Sorry about the
I am your father. Can you hear that?
Okay, good. Anyway, so me and Louis were talking, so I asked him a question. I said, Louis, since you're bisexual, have you ever had a relationship with a man and a woman at the same time? And he said, this.
I said no. I wish maybe one day possibly if ever it goes to that extent, but my last ex-girlfriend drove me absolutely insane.
So that's what made you go back to the other side?
I feel like it's like I'm like in a car right now, and it's like I could switch either lane. I'll probably be in the left. I'll swerve over a little bit, and then I'll just be in the middle. I'm like, all right, let's see where like my road trip goes at this rate. You know what I'm saying?
But let me ask you a question. When you wake up in the morning, do you like flip a coin to see which way you're gonna go to the day?
It's kind of a mood sometimes. I don't know. Like,
because I'm like, this motherfucker, they're greedy. Bisexuals are greedy.
how are we greedy?
No.
I'm not greedy.
You gotta pick one.
No.
No.
I could have the listen. You want to do your thing, stay in that one way. I will. I'm gonna cruise wherever I want to go right now. My journey that I want to take. That's just my point of view.
Hey, listen, he put a new meaning to the word cruising. I can't give you that. You put a new meaning to the word cruising.
Exactly.
But listen, you know,
Swerving? Is that better?
no, because I'm like, okay, like I know women who are bisexual also, so I'm like, okay, like, how do you, I mean, it's not that I'm trying to be prejudiced against it.
No.
I love everybody. I mean, being a comedian, you gotta know this stuff, so if you ever tell a joke about it, you can do it without hurting people's
Yeah, of
feelings,
course.
you know? So I asked her, I said, Mama, do you wake up in the morning and say, okay, heads, tails,
Which turn do I take?
heads for heads, he's dead, tails, she snails, or something like that.
Tail cheese snails? That's a new one I've heard now.
Hey, thank you, Furman, for wishing me the best. How are you, brother Furman? Mariel, one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life. And she was like, no, it's like she said, it depends on the mood and everything. I'm like, oh, okay, fine. So one day, and I asked her, have you ever been with a man and a woman in the same relationship? She said, no, but I've been with a man and a woman in bed. And I was like, really? And she was like, how was it? Was it good for him or good for you? She was like, it was actually better for me and her. For him, it was like trying to play hopscotch, trying to get in at the right moment. He like played double dutch. Like,
He's like, when do I join?
When can I
jump in?
Please, is it my turn yet? Come on, you know. And she was telling me that. I was like, whatever. Right? Whatever's clever. Listen, man, this is the 21st century. If you can't have a sense of humor, here I am hanging out with my friend who is bisexual, who's a good friend to me, and he can take a joke. And when there's people out there that'll be like, why you gotta talk about us and shit?
It's like
nothing to you.
Yeah, what's that comedian's name? He did a Netflix series about this whole thing.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Okay, let me ask you a
I watched
question.
Dave Chappelle.
Did you like that part of the joke?
I did though. There was one about like the whole how everyone's like
In the car.
in the car joke. I liked it because I'm like sometimes he's not wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like it's comedy. It's comedy. We're gonna joke about stuff like that. The difference with me, because I've had this problem before, where people would mention stuff like that. They're like, oh, I hope I didn't offend you. I'm like, I have no problem with that. You know, we all have freedom of speech. We can joke around about stuff like that. As long as it's not like in a disrespectful way towards me personally,
Right, because
then I have no problem
exactly,
about it.
because if when people made a big thing about this, people made a big thing about it that he offended people. Listen, I thought it was one of the funniest things in the world.
Yeah.
Because he even said, hey, when he was talking about the transgender, he was like, he goes, to me, that's a joke from God. He goes, because you're a man, you have the body of a man, and in your mind, you're a woman. So he was like, it might not be funny to them. I said, and he brought up, he goes, what if it happened to me? What if I came out and said, hey, I'm Chinese, and I'm always making this face and everything? They were like, stop making that face, because, but this is how I feel inside.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody was like, okay, I get it. Yeah, Furman, I would love
I'll put it here.
I would love to, what?
Put it here, because this is a wax party.
Excuse me, fine.
Yeah.
You want to be nosy. You're doing the Margie thing.
Oh.
I hope we can work together again.
she's
Yes,
not here.
Furman, we have to. Nitro is watching. Gersh Ortiz, what's up,
super
brother?
Nitro, I'm actually wearing his long sleeve right now that he gave me. I love it. I sleep in it sometimes. It is cold outside. I don't care. You're a mark. No, I show support. That people should support me. And it's warm and it's fitted, so it's not that fitted because my chi-chis don't show that much.
Margie, wow. Why you say wow, Margie? Jadira's laughing. What's up? What, Margie, why did you say wow, honey? If you want, give us a call. Does the phone work, Charlie?
Does it work this time?
Charlie?
So you can give us a
Okay.
call at 347-640-8255. 3920. Once again, for those of you that may not hear well, or if I speak too fast because, I'm a body and Mexicano at the same time.
What's your nationality?
I'm Mexican from my dad, and I'm Puerto Rican from my mom.
Holy shit, what a confusion.
I know, just two parts of crazy in one body, right?
Now I know why you're bi. Because you don't know if you're legal or not. What are you doing right now?
Am I supposed to be here sometimes?
He doesn't know for what you said. What did I say, babe? What did I say?
Oh.
See what I told you,
Do you
right?
have like a dun 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 sound effect by any chance with this? Nah.
You don't have that dun dun. You don't have that.
That works.
Oh my god. Anyway, but so like I said, being a comedian, you have to know when to we're not allowed to talk about politics or religion.
Yeah.
When we do
obviously.
comedy. We don't. The nosy part, LOL. Babe, come on. Babe, stop it. Babe, you're nosy for a reason. I know you do it for good things.
My little sister has gone into that habit. My baby sister.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm about to tell a story. I was on my phone, right? Hablándole con una mujer, algo así. I don't know. I hope you understand what I said. I left my phone on the couch unlocked for 2 seconds, and I went to use the bathroom. I tippy-toe to the living room, and I see her doing this. I bang on the wall and she runs to the other couch like I'm peeper trying to look at my messages and notifications. This little girl's only like 5 years old.
Oh, no. They start young.
They start young. They ain't training right now. She don't play that.
Let me tell you something. I was in a coma one time, and Margie knocked herself out to see what I was dreaming about in my coma.
Wait, what? What?
Margie was like, I want to know what's he dreaming about. Yo, let me get some of them drugs.
She probably fell asleep right next to you head by head. So you're in sync and trying to get figure out what's going on with you.
Margie's not nosy to be nosy. Margie she's my other eyes. You understand what I'm saying? No, seriously, she's my other eyes. She'll see things that I might not catch. But what I hate about it is that she waits till the end of the day to tell me, oh, by the way, when you were doing this, I noticed that coming from this one, she said to that one, he said this, and I said that.
It's like a whole chain reaction.
I saw it. So I was like, where was I? She was like, oh, you were there, but you didn't see it.
She's like, I did.
I'm like, this bitch thinks she's John Cena.
You got your eyes there, but I had your eyes.
You can't see me. Oh, California has joined in. Dorothy Ann Rodriguez from California logged on. Thank you so much for logging on to the show.
Oh, Heidi's here. Hi, Heidi.
Everybody who's been, Jasmine is nosy. Yes, my granddaughter is nosy. My granddaughter is nosy. She's going to be a year in April. And every time me and Margie FaceTimes, I guess she knows when I'm calling.
Yeah.
She could be playing with her little toys. As soon as I be like, hey, babe, she's like, right in front of the camera. And then she moves my picture with her finger. That's like her
Like around the screen, a little square thing.
Yeah, she's like this. And I'm like, what are you doing? And then she'll be like, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, all right. So, but she takes after grandma.
Yeah, my little sister does the same exact thing. I can call someone, text someone.
Oh my God, I coughed. Everybody stop. Coughing. It's dangerous. Coughing and sneezing is like gunshots.
I'm asthmatic, so I have that.
You gotta be proud of you, brother.
Speaking of coughing, listen, I saw.
Wait, I'm sorry. Lloyd Diamond, thank you, brother, for logging on. Lloyd Diamond is one of the most talented comedians I have ever worked with. The guy does impressions. There's no tomorrow. He actually does the James Brown show, where he dresses like him, dances like him, sings like him, actually plays with a band with them. They do shows from all over the place. He also does the Rat Pack as Sammy Davis Jr. Very talented guy, Lloyd Diamond. Please check him out. Check him out. The guy is incredible. Monica Santiago has joined. Hi, Monica. Monica, don't you got a show today? Why are you joining over here watching me on this show? So anyway, yeah, so we're here to have some fun. We got some, I put up a couple of topics earlier this week, Margie and myself, and I know you shared them.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people answered, but we got a couple of people that did. And one of them was, Charlie, I remember I said, can you put one of them up for me, please? Actually, okay, name something you tried to get rid of that always seems to come back. If you have that one, Charlie. All right? And if anybody who's listening, hi, Monica. if anybody who's listening is name something that you try to get rid of but always comes back.
I can list a few already with that topic at this rate. Yeah, it's a never-ending story. It's like a boomerang. You just throw it and it just like
It
finds a way to
keeps
come
coming
back
back.
to you.
What is something that you try to get rid of that keeps coming back?
People in my inbox, that's number one.
Oh my God.
It's like
No exes or anything that keep coming back?
sometimes,
Okay.
but there's something called block, do not disturb, seen.
Oh my God. Yes, my daughter says drama.
Drama.
Yes.
I feel like drama is
Drama.
everywhere. That's something you will never be able to get rid of at all.
Drama. Drama keeps coming back at all. Vince Steele's logged on. Vince, what's up? He goes, I'm down to take over next week.
No.
Jesus Christ.
No.
Vinny, anytime, brother. You know that. Anytime. Drama. Yes, drama. That's one thing I can't stand is drama. I can't stand it. Like, Margie is a woman. And women have the magnetism for drama. And it's not like Margie looks for it, whatever.
It just comes your
It's
way.
like there's some people that she associates with, or we see on Vince Steele says farts.
Farts? You mean facts?
You mean facts or he said farts?
Probably blowing farts from the salad he had last week.
Exactly. So, and Margie sees people that I know that with the drama. Like, we try to avoid it. Like, we know we're mutual friends with certain people, and they'll come with the this and this and that and that, and then Margie's like, but babe, this one said that. I said, babe, let it go. Let them mind their business. And she'll do the same to me. Babe, let it go. It's not worth it, whatever. Drama. I hate drama. I hate drama. You know what keeps coming back? Bochinche.
Jeez, man.
Right. Drama and bochinche is two different things. People don't seem to understand. Oh, he's bringing the drama. No, drama is one thing. Gossip and bochinche, like, you can get rid of people who do it all the time, and for some reason,
It comes back.
It just keeps coming back and coming back and coming back. Believe me, you know how many enemies I made on this show? It ain't even funny, bro. And we get all the time, oh, he swear he's the king of internet radio. That nigga this, that nigga that, wah. And I'm like, but I am. Don't get mad at me, because I am. I've been doing this longer than half of the people who's doing it now. And that's another thing. Who else has a question? Oh, my niece said exes.
Exes. Yeah, especially when you got those crazy ones. That's hard to
I
get
heard
rid of.
you got one that's a psycho.
I had a crazy one back then. Oh my gosh, she was such a psycho. I swear. Like Sam and Ron type psycho. Like I couldn't deal with that. It was always so much clinginess and them doing that thing. Or when they bring that little gimmick where it's like, oh, that's my cousin. You spoil her, you gotta spoil me. Like,
right.
Or let me get your Facebook password, Instagram password, Snapchat password. Oh, what do you have to hide? Don't you trust me? And then you play that, and then they get even more mad.
Let me
And
tell you
that's a whole
something.
other
The best advice that I can give any couple in the world: do not ask for your other half's password on their phones.
Don't.
Or anything, because you might find something you think it's wrong, and you might misinterpret it or whatever. Listen, I trust my lady; she trusts me. I look at it like this: if you're gonna do something with somebody, you're gonna end up doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Who has to lose is the person who's doing the dirt. You know what I'm saying? If I do dirt and I get busted, what do I lose? I lose my lady. I lose a great family that's with her and everything. If she does dirt on me, she loses the king. Anyway, but that's the way it goes. Thanks, Charlie.
I got scared for a second. I was looking
Thanks,
all over
Charlie.
the room.
No, so anyway, that was one of the topics. Another topic that's very interesting was name something your parents whooped your ass for when you was a kid.
Now come the tears. Oh my God.
No, we can make this fun. What did you get your ass? Charlie, are we live? We still live? Okay, just want to make sure, nigga. What the hell? Name something you got your ass whipped for when you was a kid. If you got answers, give us a call, 347-640-3920 here on the LDM. Vince Steele says, what keeps coming back? Money. True. You get paid every week.
That's positive at least.
Yeah, that's a positive. Money.
So child support hits.
So child support. That's another thing. That's another thing that keeps coming back. Taxes. Taxes and child support. Let me tell you something. You could crash in a plane and be under the ocean, and child support will find you.
For real?
They'll be like, nah, nigga, this nigga cannot get away. They'll come like this, and actually, you could change your mail address 1,000 times. They'll find you. You can change your name.
There's
you could have
always a way.
plastic surgery. They will find you. Okay? Jadira, my daughter says she got hit with a chancleta, belt, hanger, and anything she can reach that's near her.
For real, now, I feel like whenever you're growing up with Spanish parents, anything becomes a weapon.
Oh
you
my
have
God.
to be very cautious. Very cautious.
I'm going to get personal now. I'm going to make a confession. And this hurts like a motherfucker. Went to Steele got his ass whipped because he went to 42nd Street without my mom's knowing. Dude, you're a big kid. I hope your mother hit you not with a belt, like with a carpet,
A frying
a
pan.
carpet or something. Like she grabbed the whole thing of carpet and hit you with a carpet. I'm gonna get personal. I am the only living person on this planet that got hit with an electrical cord and the TV was still attached to it.
Wait, what? Did it like not flinch?
No,
actually either.
I am the only person in this world that got hit with another human. That's how bad my mother was.
Human?
Yes. Let me explain to you the one with
Just
the
picks up
electrical.
somebody like you.
Listen, I'm telling you, this really happened. 1984, East New York, Brooklyn, 84 Pine Street. I can tell you the exact address.
Damn, that must have scarred you.
I cut out of school, and my mother got called that I cut out of school. So my mother is like William Pierce. How you doing, buddy? My mother was a silent assassin. Like she was never dramatic to fuck you up. She would come like she would come like a cat to beat your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Like without warning. So I'm thinking everything's cool. Damn, she's not mad. I made it. I played hooky, went out with my girl, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So we're having dinner, and she's like, how was school? Oh, it was great, man. Social studies, this, that, play some ball in the gym and everything. She's like, oh, okay. So we didn't have a big like kitchen or dining room area, so we had those little tables that you fold up.
Oh yeah,
and
the
you
little
sat
one
in
too.
front of the TV. So I'm like, Ma, I did good, you know. She kept asking me about school, and you know, you're stupid as a kid. You don't realize that she's testing you. She wants to see how many times you lie to her.
You're just the egg, and she just wants to crack you.
Yeah, man. So she came over, and she's standing next to the TV, and I see, like, she's sitting on the couch, and at the edge of the couch, I see that she puts her hand down, like, over, like, the armrest, and I'm like, why is she asking me? She goes, you know you're a fucking liar, right? And I'm like, Ma, I ain't lying. I went to school. Here's my homework. She was like, that's yesterday's homework. She goes, you're a fucking liar. I said, I'm not lying. My mother grabbed the electrical cord and went to swing at me. And it was a small TV. It wasn't a big one at the time. And the TV came with it. So she was like Thor. coming at me with this little, Charlie, remember the little white TVs with the black outline that was black and white? That thing came at me like Thor. And it's like you're watching it, and it looks like the Matrix because it's coming.
Now you just see the characters like coming at your face.
It's coming, and I'm like, oh shit, here it is. So you know, I braced myself to go like this, and she took it, and when she swung it, she actually hit me with the freaking TV. Knocked me out cold.
Real question is, where does she get the strength?
Listen,
from a cord to a TV?
Let me tell you something. A single Puerto Rican mother with 4 kids doing 2 jobs, listen, they find the strength to do anything.
Anything's possible.
Okay, and I got hit with this thing. Okay, and I was knocked the fuck out for like about 2 days, man. I didn't remember where I was. She was like, you gonna go to school now? I was like, Mommy, I'll stay in school. I'm gonna graduate. I'm gonna do my thing.
And I'm out of here.
And I'm out of here. I'm going to graduate. I'm going to grow up to be an adult, and I'm leaving on my own. That was the stupidest words that I ever said, because as soon as I turned 18, she was like, okay, so you out of here? I was like, wait a minute. She was like, I want to use your room for something. I was like, damn.
She had plans for your getaway at this rate.
No, she did. She did. Anyway, now, I also said that I am the only human in this world that ever got hit with another human. My mother used my little brother as a battering ram to hit me because he was laughing when she was screaming at me.
Yo, I hate
So
that.
she killed 2 birds with one stone. I remember my brother was like maybe 6, 7, whatever, smart mouth and shit. And me and my mother, now I'm in my teens, me and my mother are arguing or whatever, and I'm trying to be like, I'm tougher than you, whatever, you're just my mom. So she really went into my face and she smacked me. And I was like, damn, man, my mother smacked me, you know what I'm saying? Like, ugh, I hate that. And my brother started laughing.
Nah.
Mommy bust your ass. Mommy bust your ass. Mommy bust your ass. And she was like, and what the fuck are you laughing at? And my son, my brother goes, I'm laughing at Ralphie because you smacked him. Ha 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 ha. He kept laughing. I'm like, oh, you want to laugh at your brother getting hit? She took my brother, I don't know how she did this. She picked him up from his back, grabbed him by the legs, and swang like Roberto Clemente. Bacata! Oh! Hell yeah! I mean, like, and then she left him on top of me. He's cracked up. We hit heads. I mean, I'm cracked open. He's cracked open. He's like, oh, it's your fault. I got my ass beat. I didn't do nothing. And I said, you should have never started fucking laughing, bro. You should have never started laughing.
Nah, that's the worst. We would have to secretly laugh whenever someone else got in trouble. We'll instigate and
Oh, so you ever done that laugh where you don't want to laugh and you're like, oh, she's gonna kill him. She's gonna kill him. I used to be like this. I remember sitting in the living room, my mother screaming at my brother for something, and my mother used to have like this peripheral vision where she can look at Charles and look at that chair at the same time. So she's screaming at my brother, where Charles is sitting at, and I'm sitting over here, and I'm trying not to laugh. I'm like, oh my God, she just called this nigga maricón. She's gonna kill him. And she's like, ¿Y qué carajo tú estás diciendo? What are you saying? Nothing, ma, nothing. I'm praying. She was like, you better pray louder. I was like, oh no. At that time, I really didn't know my prayers.
You did a whole preach.
And I was like, okay. I said, she gonna fuck this nigga up. She called him a maricón again, and my brother, he's looking at pussies crying. She was like, what you said? She said, I'm nothing, ma, nothing. Come here, what? Right in her face. Cállate. So now my lips got big, so I could mumble better, but I was mumbling inside.
Nah, I had other punishments. I felt like I never like got hit. I feel like my mom only twice and my dad only once. I promise you that.
You're lucky.
Because it took a lot for them. Like, they weren't really, like, my dad was always more the, let me talk to him. There was this one day where I really got it, con la correa ahí mismo.
Let me tell you something.
And then, when you try to reach for the bone, when they swing at you, and then they grab your hair, and then they keep getting at you.
Man.
Yeah, that was
Let
the
me
worst
tell you
of my life.
something. You were so lucky that your father said, let me talk to him. When my father talked to me, I used to beg my mother to kick my ass. Because my father, whenever he got involved, it was because he was drunk.
Like, you do it, Mom.
No, I'm telling you, my father used to come in. Mira, ¿qué te pasa? What happened? No, mami. Didn't I tell you not to fuck with this bitch? She's crazy, bro. I told you. I told all 4 of you motherfuckers. Then I listened to your father. I know what I'm doing. Why do you think I work 2 jobs so I don't have to come home? I know I sleep with this bitch, bro. What's wrong with you motherfuckers, man? You guys is 3 boys, 1 girl, and all you motherfuckers are bitches. That's what he used to tell us. 3 boys, 1 girl, you're all bitches. And I'm like, why would that, Daddy? Who you calling a bitch? I said, doesn't mommy kick your ass? That's why I work 2 jobs.
That's why I don't come here anymore.
So he used to be like, I told you. He used to be like, you know what, Dad? Fuck this. Mom, beat the fuck out of me. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. My father used to be, what? 1 minute for what? What are you putting your finger up for?
I thought you were trying to ET it for a second. I was trying to reach out.
Charles got the long ass fucking fingers, man. I hate to be his nose. The nigga even pick his nose, touch his brain and shit, get frozen real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Get stunned.
So anyway, it's R&R Show. We're going to take a little commercial break. When I come back, it's me and Louis Lindo.
Said it right this time.
Okay, we're going to talk some more shit about life and everything like that. It's the R&R Show on the LDM Network. We'll be right back. Shut the mic off, brother.
guy. I hate looking at these lights.
Oh my God, he's looking into the lights. Hello. This guy,
we're back.
the guy who's always in front of a mirror taking these photos.
Let me be in front of my mirror.
By the way, I saw there was a comment that was like, we're in the green room and we're saying the word manger. You got a lot of redneck friends, don't you?
Not really. I performed it.
Wait a minute! You love women and men, you're in the green room and you're saying the word manger at the same damn time? What kind of show is this? It's called Raw and Ready, you inbreed retard. Plain and simple. I want to say again, a shout out to William Pierce, Lloyd Diamond, Vince Steele, KC Lycan, Roger, all the way from Seattle, from Washington State. Thank you all so much for logging on. Margie, love you, mama, and everything. We had a redneck in the room, and he's talking about, like, why are we saying the word Niger? Why are we in the green room? Why is this guy hanging out with a queer? Yeah. Not funny, ha ha, funny queer. Him. You know, maybe if you stop making love to your cousin's sisters, you'll be fine. Well, I don't hold nothing back. The show is called Raw and Ready. This guy's probably so pissed off that when he plays that Civil War chess game, he loses to himself.
Wait, what?
The Civil War chess game is the Confederates versus the Northerns and the Americans. And, you know, anyway, you're too young for that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What?
He's like Confederate. What
I just stood there.
Isn't that
like,
illegal?
yeah, I know what you mean.
Isn't that illegal now? Confederacy? Yeah, goddamn it. Back when I was growing up, it wasn't illegal. Like back when I was growing up, it was cool to be Dukes of Hazzard. It was cool to watch the Dukes of Hazzard. Now you put on the Dukes of Hazzard, they're like, oh, those guys are racist. They have Confederate flags on the orange hot car.
What?
I mean, why do you keep ripping your clothes off? What the hell is wrong with you?
It's a habit. I like ripping off the
No wonder this guy has these jeans with the things open. Keep it up. You might as well just walk around in your underwear. No. That's the sight we don't want to see.
You can't just get the idea.
This guy's, I'm talking to him. I'm thinking he's having a nervous breakdown. He's ripping his pants apart. I'm like, yo, is this guy? Yeah, I'm hearing the crack too. I'm like, wait a minute. Is he cracking his knees? Or no,
I've always done that.
He's ripping his pants. Like, he's like you ever been to talk to somebody like in a psychiatric lounge? And you're talking to what's wrong with you? And they start pulling their own hair up. Well, you know, I love cigarettes, but I can't smoke them because my mother says they're bad to me. But besides that, I'm pretty cool. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm being sincere.
I just like pulling on them. Those strings that like are like always.
Oh my!
I like pulling on them.
God, jeez, you're like my kids.
What?
They used to do that shit. What are you doing? I'm playing with my pants. You know, this costs $100. I bought them for you.
Yeah. Exactly. So let us play with our money.
Thank you, Daddy, for buying me these pants that I'm breaking. I'm like, you mother.
They're already like part broken at this rate.
That's one thing, yo. I'll tell you something. I'm not gonna ask you your age. I'm not gonna ask you your age. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry, but let me tell you something. You guys don't know how easy you have it now. You guys got it so freaking easy. Like, it pisses me off. Yeah. I mean, you guys got things now that Charlie and I, when we were growing up, would only imagine. You have to understand, when movies came out during mine and Charlie's time, remember Charlie? Class of 1999. Mm-hmm. And you're like, 99, nothing happened. You know, class of 2000. 2000 came and people were scared of Y2K. You know what I'm saying?
We were like, oh, take everything off the computers.
Yeah. Disconnect your computers because
that's why we have private browsing when it comes to stuff like that.
Well,
it's because of the time when it turns to 2000, they thought it was going to erase.
Erase.
You had to be born.
Okay.
They still had you.
You had to be born.
Okay, what happened back then? Gather around, children. Gather around. What happened in 1999? When it was about to hit 2000, they thought that the computers were going to reset, that it wasn't going to continue. And they would say that it would affect airplanes, money, the bank, and everything. So it was like what people are going through now. Like the last, 2 weeks of December, there was nobody in the streets. Nobody was going on. Yeah, they went to Times Square and everything, but it wasn't as, packed, because everybody was like,
people withdraw all their money from the banks. They were like,
it's like empty now, completely the street.
Yeah, so what we did was, when it was 11:59, I had my cousin get next to the breaker in the house that shuts off the lights. So when I had to do it. So
I can't even imagine where this is
when
going
they said
right now.
when they said Happy New Year, everybody was like, "Ay," like they knew the punch was coming. They were like, "Ay," and we shut off the lights. Oh my God! You had to hear people that weren't religious all of a sudden believe in God. Ay, Dios mío, por favor, no me lleves, please. Yo te quiero mucho. Sorry, please. No, please. Don't do this to me now. Don't do this to me now. And they turn on the lights, and they would say, we start laughing because we're hearing everybody doing this. My aunt was like, canto cabrones. Yo. Get out of my house. Get out of my house. You scared. Now I got to reset the cable box. Because the cable box.
Nah, I hated the old cable boxes. I hated them.
Why?
You know why? Because like I grew up with a bunch of siblings, and in order to trigger us when we're watching TV and someone else wanted it, we would pull out the card and run away with it and just hide it.
No.
I hated that. Thank God it does not exist anymore.
Who says cable box don't exist?
No, like the card for it.
The
buttons.
Wasn't that Cablevision?
Cablevision, yeah.
Yeah.
They used to do them a lot with like Optimum and stuff, but not anymore.
Now that we thought were deaf or mute, that we were talking, they were the first ones. Ay, Dios mío, God, no, please, God, Jesus, no, not today, God. God, I promised I'll stop doing drugs. God, please, don't do this.
Just one more chance.
No, my aunt was very materialistic. Mm-hmm. She was like, oh my God, the refrigerator, the cake is gonna melt. What the fuck? I swear. And then we hit the lights.
That's the first thing I would have been concerned about.
We got in so much trouble for this. It's not even funny. I mean, Charlie, I can't see comments online. Do you see any comments? Emily Garcia, thank you for logging on. Margie Oaks, hi baby. Yvette Soto Morales, that's my second mother. Love you, Mama. Love you. It was like the funniest thing in the world. See, you guys got it easy, man. You guys can go on these phones and look up information.
Yeah.
And don't make me wrong. It's an incredible invention. It's, but it took out the fun. What do?
Oh, Casey Lycan wants next on the show. Vince Steele, we already saw that comment.
Those are the comments.
Oh, okay. All right. So, you guys got it easy now. Charlie, tell them, when we had to go information, we had to go to the nearest library.
That's tough.
Okay.
Yeah, that's for you guys. That's a big building, and it has.
I know what a library is.
It has
I had to go there before.
Card covered with papers inside that we read, just in case.
We had to go
a library card.
We had to go to the libraries, or we had to use encyclopedias. That was our Google.
Or we had to wait till the guy to come and sell them.
Yeah, he was like, listen, he only gave you certain alphabet numbers, so
like,
you
I
could
got
buy
the
more.
stuff.
We couldn't afford everything, so we used to have to borrow like D, E, and F from another neighbor.
Yeah, I'll be like, yo, which
G,
letter
H.
you got? I got W. That's the one I need, nigga. I need a W. He goes, well, I need I and G. I said, I got that, yo. Just shit, but don't rip the papers, yo. Don't mark my papers, yo, because I got to write.
Nobody had a complete set.
And we would do that shit. We would read the book and everything. Miss Ethel, how are you? Jadira, how are you? And we had to go to libraries and everything. Let me tell you something. You guys can find information on this. I mean, we used to have, what was it, Charles? 1-800-COLLECT. Remember that?
Oh my God.
If you're stuck in a situation and you have no money, dial 1-800-COLLECT. And you dial 1-800-COLLECT. And my mother used to hate that because sometimes I used to have a beeper. But see, the thing is, when we used to have beepers, we never carried quarters with us. Mm-hmm. So used on the phone. You don't know what a beeper is, right?
I know what a beeper is. It's a thing where you have it like on the side of your belt normally.
Yeah, the doctors use that.
The doctors still use it.
They still use it?
Yeah, the doctors
still use that.
Well, I haven't been to the doctor. I just recently got my medical insurance back.
So anyway,
system.
The thing is, we were all cool because we like, yo, we got the beepers, man. Well, okay, you got change? No, nigga.
Nobody had change.
So my mother beat me. I was like, damn, man, I got no change. Let me try the 1-800-COLLECT. Because all she wants to know if you're alive. That's what my mother trusted us, but she wanted to know we were alive. So I would call 1-800-COLLECT and then dial my number. And went, what's your name? I said, Ralphie. And my mother pick up the phone. Hello, who's this? He'd be like, hi, this is 1-800-COLLECT. You got a call from. And they'll say your voice, Ralphie. Would you accept? ¿A dónde carajo tú estás, puñeta? And I would hear that. I'd be like, okay.
That was your curfew, 8 o'clock?
Oh, we were young.
That was everybody's curfew. The lights were turning off.
Yeah.
If the lights go on in the street, you got to be home.
No, let me tell you something. We had stricter rules. See, what you guys call child abuse today, was disciplined when we were growing up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we got our asses beat, and we never even thought of calling ACS or anything. Charles, what are you doing, man? I can hear.
My bad.
Oh, you want to take it off?
Let me mute this.
Yeah, you want to mute that, Charles? I appreciate it. You know, this guy, he's such a rookie, I swear.
Charles, come on.
No, it doesn't want to mute. Oh.
Okay, can you mute it now,
Last
Charles?
week we started late. My mic doesn't work today. I don't know if I don't know.
No, that got to do with your youngsters don't know how to turn on mics.
It said off and it said
He
on.
thought it was an iPhone. He looked at it to see if it could be facial recognition. Stop it. So
I flipped
anyway,
the switch
we
twice.
never even thought of calling ACS or anything like that when we were growing up.
Well, it was because you probably get beat by ACS and your mama.
Yeah, no, because let me tell you something. When we grew up, the neighbor had the right to kick your ass if your mother was at home.
What?
If they catch you doing something bad in the street, because that was the unity that we had.
Nah, I knew better than to do something bad in the street. My mom knows everybody to this day.
Yeah, but you see, you grew up in an era where everybody became bochincheros. Mira, look, I saw Louis. Check this out. I saw Louis. Which Louis? Clara's son, Louis Lindo. The one, the funny one?
Wait, espérate, that's the one. That was the one that was on the R&R.
Which one? The one that was hanging out with my brother and my sister? Yes, him.
Same thing goes for like my aunt.
He was
already.
stealing oranges from the fruit stand. Well, you better call Clara and let her know because she goes shopping there every Tuesdays on coupon days. Okay, boom. And then, they go and you get it. No, we got caught stealing. Ven acá. You're Angela's son, right? Yeah. And you live in apartment 4C? Yeah. What are you doing stealing the oranges? Come on, man. What are you going to do? Tell my mother? No. Toma.
Now I learned
Doña Angela, I caught your son. Did you hit him? Yeah. Okay, thank you, because I'm going to fuck his
the
ass
way
up.
I got learned. I did that. I'll share a story. I did that once and I never did it again. I was like 6, I believe. It sounds really stupid. I had a thing for stuffed animals. I always had a peluche all the time. I walk around with it. It didn't matter. I'll sleep with it. I still sleep with a stuffed animal to this day. It's just a thing I have.
God.
I had a teddy bear from Toys R Us and I loved them. I was 6 and I saw a little tiny mariachi hat at Party City and I took it. I just took it. And I know better. My mom was like, "What's that?" "Oh, a little hat that where'd you get it from?" I made up a whole lie. I was scared. I didn't know what type of way she meant it. She had me throw it down the incinerator.
Oh, no.
I had a stepdad at the time. My stepdad was rough on me, but he was rough on me for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, I understand why he was that, like, now that I'm older. But he turned on the stufa. Like, he lit that shit on.
Oh, he burned the
high.
bear?
Nah. He put my hand above it, like, not touching it, like mad
You
above
feel
it,
the heat.
but you feel it. He was like, "Yo, you feel that?" He's like, "Is it hot?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Next time I catch you stealing something, I find out that's going on the I never stole a day in my life after that.
No, my mother killed me and brought me back to life if I ever stole something. My mother literally killed me. My mother hit me with a fucking car, got me up, took me to the hospital, and they did the CPR shit. She goes, "Wake him up because I'm going to do it again if he does it again." My mother put me in a coma one time. She's that vicious, but I love that bitch. I'm serious. I love my mama. She's my number one woman. It's my mama. My mama, I'm telling you, Charles met my mother and everything. She was one of the loudmouths at the last event we were at. She was like, "Touch my son and I'll fucking kick your ass."
What last event that we had was it?
At the Elks Lodge.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, let me put it to you this way. In my first was it my first wrestling match? No, my second one. I was fighting my boy Barrio Riker. And I'm fighting him and everything.
Oh, Dario Riker.
And he had Talia Jeanette as his manager. And she's walking around. And the thing was, I had a co-host here named Karma. I'm your Karma. And she was supposed to help me out in the thing. But she was scared of Talia Jeanette. And every time Talia Jeanette chased her around the ring, she used to run. Like, "I don't want to fuck with this bitch. This bitch gotta, look at her ass. That shit is big. She's going to kick my ass." My aunt and my mother hit the girl. They hit Talia. Talia turned their back to them. Remember that one, Charles? Mm-hmm. And my aunt said, "Yo, you want to fuck with my nephew, bitch? You're not going to help him, Karma? You're not going to help him? Fuck this bitch!"
Was this at a show? Like,
Yes.
like during a live, like your match?
Yes, LAW. We did LAW at the Taino Towers. The storyline was,
I never got to go there.
My part didn't have to come into like another 2-3 minutes, and they were like, "Go in now, go in now." Because shit's getting real.
yeah, because what happened was I'm fighting Barrio Riker, and Team Shazam jumps in, and they bum rush me.
Team shit. Oh, yeah.
All right, so they bum rush me and everything. So I'm getting beat up in the freaking ring. Karma was supposed to help, right? But she's staying outside the ring. So Talia's like we're kicking his ass, da 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 da. And she turns her back to my mother and her aunt, like you know, to get heat, you know, to be disrespectful. That was the wrong thing to do because
Wrong person.
my aunt backed up and said, "Oh, you're not gonna help my son? You're not gonna help my nephew?" She's telling Karma, which the storyline she was supposed to help. You're not gonna help? You stupid bitch! All that shit you talked in the promo, you're not gonna help. And Charles is waiting for a certain part in the event to jump in. Right?
But I was my part was supposed to
You're
run.
like, go down.
No, I was supposed to run in, and one of the team's exams supposed to stop me and hit me so I can fall, so I can't help him. Yeah. But it didn't turn out that way. They were like, run in, like, just go. Like, now they're like that.
And then Jeanette's like, we go in the back. She was like, I think your aunt stabbed me. Wait, what? She stabbed you. She was like, yo, am I cut in the back or something? Because she hit me hard. And I was like, no, she didn't stab you. My aunt took it so serious, you know? So then at the end, Frankie Flo comes running in with the chair and clears out the ring. Mm-hmm. So he comes up to me, and David Zublin was the referee. And Frankie goes, Ralph, are you okay? You know you have to give the signal, right?
Yeah.
So I'm giving the signal, and I'm telling Frankie Flo, I don't want to walk past my mother. What? He goes, why? I said, she gonna smack me for getting my ass kicked. Don't you hear my aunt? And my aunt was like, come on, Frankie, bring that motherfucker here. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yo,
They took it serious.
From that day on, all the guys who know my aunt, who know my mother, can tell you, they love him. They say, yo, where's your mother sitting at? And they're right there. Oh, is your aunt there? Well, yeah, because my aunt, I forgot who the wrestler was. He was like, what woman wants to come and touch my body? This and that. They took the security guys, they took my aunt. She was like, yo, Titi Millie, go, Titi Millie, go. Yeah. So my aunt gets in the ring. Yeah, she gets in the ring and she's touching the guy. He goes, okay, you got your 20 seconds of fame. You're too old for me. So my aunt goes, you know what? And you're a faggot. I was like, oh no. I was like, don't do this. She was like, this is all woman. It's like this. It's
you
like
know about this.
She was like, and she's telling the audience, I touched it. It's like this. It's like this. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And Charles is laughing through the whole thing. He was like, that's Ralphie's family. I can't bring him. I love him. I love him to death. But I can't bring him in wrestling events.
I feel like that's the same thing with my mom a little bit. Me and my mom are just both like crazy, and it's just like two crazies in one room. It's not gonna go on.
See, but my family.
She's like very blunt.
My family is psychotic love, because the storyline that we had was they were insulting my dad, and one of my cousins who loved my father like there's no tomorrow was in the audience, and I told him, it's a wrestling show. It's a storyline. Don't take it serious. He goes, no, I know, man. I know. But they better not go over too much. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? He goes, no, I'm cool.
Yeah, there's been incidents.
This nigga had a 45.
Wait, what?
He had a 45. He was like, yo, Danny, if you didn't jump in the ring and hit this nigga, I was going to shoot him. I'm like, what? And his girlfriend's like, yeah, look, I got the gun in my purse. I had to take it away from him. Wait, what? I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, yo, they said shit about my uncle, son. I was going to blast them two niggas right there. I'm like, fuck these Morietos. I was like, yo, what are you doing, man?
They're so out of pocket.
Yo, I was like, cuz, you got to stop. He was like, no, man. When they call my uncle a loser, I said, no, not Theo.
That's why.
Not Theo. I was like,
that's
no.
why I avoid saying, they got him super babyface and I don't have to insult anyone or say anything. I avoid so much stuff with that.
I miss those days. Where it was fun growing up, you know. Like before we close the show, I just want to give
the one thing I loved about the 1-800 collect. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I used to call in, you know, when they say your name, Mom, I'm okay, I'm out here. That way, when they were like, boop, you got a collect call from Mom, I'm okay, I'm out here. Will you accept?
And they will charge you for
No, she'll say, you accept it?
What was it, Charlie? If you pass 30 seconds, you get charged like 75 cents a minute.
So if they say, do you want to accept it? She'll be like, nope, I don't want to accept it, because she already heard the message.
You hacked the system.
Yeah. So what happened, before we go, like I said, you know, in today's world, people are taking everything so serious.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have to be here today. Not Charles, not Louis, not myself. But knowing what's going on out there, you know, if I made you laugh and Louis made you laugh for the last half hour, 45 minutes of the show, then we did something special. Stop taking life too serious, okay? Yes, take certain things serious, like make sure you have a job. make sure your children are taken care of, your parents are taken care of, that you're taken care of. Love yourself, and making sure that you're staying healthy out there so you can see future things come for you, and be careful around the people that are around you so you don't put no harm to them.
Or to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Stop taking things so seriously. We are on borrowed time. We are on the biggest stage in the universe, and we all are playing a part. As a good guy, bad guy, straight girl, whatever, gay, straight, fat, Chinese, black, fat, polka dot, skinny, tall, midget, whatever. Ones that got the patches, I call them polka dots. What? Listen, I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Okay? I used to date a midget once. Okay, she had polka dots. Everybody thought she was a fucking Dalmatian.
Wait, I fight for that. You dated a little bit.
So with that, I say, have fun, enjoy life, be careful out there, pay attention to the scientific facts of what's going on. Stop paying attention to the political facts of what's going on, because they're not the ones who are actually in the labs trying to find a cure, trying to find a vaccine.
We're actually working with it.
And are actually working with it. These guys are behind. We are the front line. This is why we're called the front line.
They've actually, to bring it up, they actually found out the coronavirus has been here for decades. The only thing is that once it became political, and the government starts talking about is when things got serious.
Exactly.
But to be honest, from my point of view, I'm more scared about the way people are reacting rather than the thing itself.
Exactly. Now, before we go, last night I was watching the news, and I wasn't watching the political facts of it. I was watching the scientific facts of it. A gentleman named John something like that, in Seattle, Washington. Washington State, not Seattle, Washington State. And he had the coronavirus for 4 days. And the reason why he thought he was being quarantined for 14, he was actually in the hospital for 4 days because they made a vaccine for Ebola that didn't work on the Ebola virus, but it worked on this. It's on trial right now. They told him, listen, it's a trial thing. It might not work because it didn't work for the Ebola. It might work for this. And he says, listen, I'd rather try something than try nothing and go through the hell that I'm going to go through.
That's true.
4 days later, he was cured. They kept him in the hospital to make sure he didn't, come back. And he's home, but self quarantined, paid attention to what the government's telling him and everything like that. So there's hope out there.
There always is.
I just tell people, listen, before we go, please, the elderly need our help. We have people with disabilities that can't get to the store, that rely on people like us to help them. Unfortunately, Margie does this for a living. She's a home health aide. Not all home health aides are allowed to go back to their clients' homes
that's true.
to help them. So if you know of someone who has a disability or needs special needs, or an elderly person.
Or some people that even need food.
Exactly. If you know somebody that, hey, you know what, maybe he's hungry. It does not hurt to knock on the door and say, did you eat? No? Well, listen, stay right here. I'll bring you something.
I don't even know so much about the information about this, but I know Russell Pro actually did something about it. They're doing like a food drive.
Yeah.
And they're donating it to
help whoever
local
you can.
Organizations.
Listen, faith can move mountains. If you have faith, it'll come. Believe me, I'm living proof. This is Rafael G.
And Louis Lindo.
And Louis Lindo here at the LDM Show. Thank you, Louis, for coming.
Anytime.
Charles, thank you so much for your help. Please stay safe. God bless. Listen, it was all fun. So if I offended you, fuck you. Bye.